My friends, tonight's subject, our world is under attack from demented, lunatic, woke, radical left fools. Welcome, dear friends. Welcome, one and all, to this, our chance every single day to be a part of this thing of ours. I'm your guest, Aldi Rogatis. Just kidding. I'm your host. And I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, right off the bat, that you better do a couple of things here. First, you better make sure you are subscribed. You hear me? You better make sure you are subscribed and you are a part of this, because I don't know how to explain this any other way than as is. This is the best damn show. And the reason why? Me. Come on. You know it's true. Me. Don't kid yourself. I was walking through my YouTube today and I came across Piers Morgan with Candace Owens and Shmuley Boteach. I said, no! No! Professional wrestling, heels versus baby faces. It's a work. Bring on the heat. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Literally, bro. Literally. I saw a great arrest that was so good. This woman said, bro, maybe 75 times. It was fantastic. My friends, where do we start? Let me thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for being a part of, with us, this thing of ours here. And let me start off by saying it is you that makes this special. Your generosity, your joie de vivre, your being who you are makes it all worthwhile. I mean it. You are the reason God made Oklahoma, and I thank you for that. Let me also tell you, as I normally do, my friends, that we have their response has been terrific, because let me tell you something. Catastrophe is around the corner, my friends, and that's why preparewithlionel.com is what you should be aware of. You know, I don't mean to make light of this. I'm not joking around about this. But I've got news for you. I don't know what I need to tell you in terms of what catastrophic horrors would result in this jadrul absolutely being just getting anywhere near the White House. Dear God. So that's why it's important for you to go to preparewithlionel.com and see for yourself. And right now there's a $300 savings on a mega, I call it the mega MAGA sale. You look at this, see for yourself. It makes complete and total sense. And what's also important is the genius of My Patriot supplies. Everything you can imagine, everything that you would need in terms of an emergency, from water purifications to generators to this to food to it's incredible. Thank God. Preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. Thank you, Philip. Thank you. Do you remember this lady a while back? This bubbly, wonderful, this sweet gal. Do you remember?
You left it in August of 2023.
So nice.
That sound right?
Look at that loving.
That's the hard conversation. That's not the.
We've covered this. Next question.
And
look at that attitude.
You characterize it as a tough conversation, correct?
Arrogant.
Yes.
Look at that.
I'm not going to get into the conversation per se.
She thinks she is so
we won't go there. So, Mr. Sadar, next question.
She thinks she just
it's kind of hard to say no when you've got that opportunity. But all I'm going to say is, was it pre-indictment in this case?
So
we know the timeline that the indictment.
See what she did?
Okay. Well, but and so that we're clear, the physical relationship ended pre-indictment.
And is that when you were talking about the tough conversation?
I'm not sure that the tough conversation didn't happen until after. The physical relationship. So I'm sure if you ask Mr. Wade, because he's a male, he would say we ended June or July, because physical contact ended then. Just in my mind, being a woman, it's over when you have that hard conversation. I just think women and men think differently.
Oh, she sure did. It's over. Basically, what she was trying to say was to save her job and to keep herself from finding herself in the grips of perjury. She made up this caca del toro about how she and Loverboy Wade. By the way, for those of you, dear friends, you Lionel Nation members, there's a beautiful video that will drop later this eve that you've got dibs to right away. Part of the perks of being who you are. Remember Nathan Wade, who always looked like he was passing a hockey puck Bezoar, like he was in the middle of this worst puck like ejesta, just always wincing, like he's in mid-Valsalva maneuver. The lover boy, remember him? Oh, he was great. I don't know. There he was. They tracked him with his cell phone. You were right there. Well, you got up. He did a booty call at midnight, drove over to her crib where she stays. Where you stay. That's a big thing. Not where do you live? Where do you stay? Where do you stay? Remember that one? Clon Steve Dreamkiller, Dr. Dreamkiller says the garage door lover. Yes, he even had a garage door opener on his visor so he could just slide in before he slid in. Praise God. Can I have a witness? I'm sorry. Carmelita's got me talking like that. Sometimes it be like that. I know that's right. You crave it. In any event. Well, apparently it was released August 24th. Fanny's daughter, Kinaya Willis, 25 years old, who's pregnant with child. She's heavyweight child. September, she was a girl. Remember Cinderella? I'm heavy with child. Oh, damn, can't you see? I'm just breaking my back, just trying to keep my head above water, and it's turning me wild. Cinderella. Sorry. So Kinaya shows up. I think there's another daughter too. Kinaya. There's a thematic there. But Kinaya. Oh, Nia, Nia is a sister. She was driving with Kinaya and Nia and Fanny. Okay. Well, she didn't have a license. It was suspended. She was driving with a suspended license, suspended or revoked license, and it had been suspended for a revoked license. She was driving before with a suspended. No conception of driving, suspended license. I got to get you. So they suspended her license for not having a suspended license. I don't understand this. Who, sometimes maybe, sometimes. When I was in traffic court, I just never understood suspended licenses. I just never, not that somebody said, oh, I knew it was suspended. I just was driving. Anyway, that's one thing. But the idea that, oh, I didn't know it was suspended. You get no mail? You don't, no, I had no idea. Really? No idea. I didn't pay that ticket. You didn't pay the ticket? And the worst suspended, driving with a suspended license, or DWLS, driving with a license suspended, is when you've got DUI. When you can't drive because of DUI and you're driving. Or you've got a BPO, business purposes only permit, and you're driving outside of that. Or you're driving drunk while you have a suspended. Anyway, suspended license, serious stuff. It's a criminal offense. Versus no valid driver's license, NVDL, which is, I think that's criminal too. Failure to display. A lot of folks don't realize there are criminal aspects to the notion of the driver's license code. So anyway, Kinaya was driving. She was on her way to the pokey when guess who shows up? Guess who shows up? You know who that is? See if you notice anybody. By the way, you do know this. I love this. I watch vest cams. I'm so addicted. It's not even funny. Especially the crazy. God bless police today. The crazy crazy stuff. I mean, people who were just, I saw one before of a guy who's walking, all of a sudden starts running and then attacks the police officer, bites him, and I mean, clamps down, and there are like 6 people tasing him. How they didn't kill him, I have no idea. And they just, it's this mentality. So anyway, because of the vest camera, there's some of the best stuff on YouTube I've ever seen. But anyway, let's get back to this one. See if you notice anything.
A couple hours, probably. Mom, Dad,
Mom and Dad, they think it's Quinayas, Madre y Padre. No, it's Fanila. Okay, but who do you think she's with? Okay, who?
Okay.
Nice to meet
See that? Look at this.
So,
Yeah, she's very nice.
Mom, Dad, Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Fawny. She goes Fawny. Now, to her credit, she doesn't pull rank. She wasn't a jerk. Nothing. To Fanny's credit, she was superb. Okay, but look at the background. You can it's not the best. Maybe this was like 7 o'clock at night. Check out the feller on the right wearing the Atlanta Hawks or whatever.
So,
you may not recognize him. He normally wears his name weighed on his cuffs. He's normally far more nattily attired than he is.
So, apparently,
There's Nathan. It's Nathan. Wait a minute. Hold it. There's Fanny. Whoa. Fanny, be tender with my love. Hold it. You said you and lover boy were que se la mama, te jodiste, right? That's what you said. So you mean to tell me when you were called, he happened to be, I don't think you swung around to his crib and picked him up and then said, come on, come with me. I know we're not a team anymore, but I might need your help. Why? Well, Quinaya is arrested or something. No, they were together.
apparently her license is suspended. For something. Doesn't tell us what for or why or where, or that's something she's going to have to call DMV. Right. Probably what happened, she had a speeding ticket, some kind of traffic infraction, never went to court, didn't take care of it. Okay. That's the best guess. So she's going.
Look at that. They're together. Isn't that something?
Over to Fayette County Jail, which is right in the Fayetteville Square. It's 145 Johnson Avenue. Yeah. Normally, I would say a couple hours is the process. It just depends on how busy they are and like that, okay?
Very good police work, very good officers. And Fanny and the garage door lover were absolutely themselves fine.
The driving on the suspended basically a traffic citation. She's got to have her fingerprints done, a picture taken, then she can make her bonds. You can pay it cash, use the bondsman, be 10%.
They always do that. They never say their name. What? What? And believe it or not, especially, and I think Kevin knows this. Kevin, you know all about this one, from what I've heard. Especially during DUI cases, people say you had a hard time understanding what I was saying. Well, it's because you're mumbling and and they all talk like that. I don't know why they talk like that. People who are from Brooklyn, all of a sudden they put on like a trooper's hat and they say, activate them overhead break-ins in the automobiles, and he had a hard time finding. They always say he had a hard time finding his wallet. He used a car for support. Had a hard time finding his driver's license and registration, and had a strong odor of alcohol about his person. They also say, I activate him overhead of emergency beacons. It's like, sir, why are you talking like that? They get this very kind of trooper. They just get like that. And they always mumble their name. They always say mumble their name, the name of the agency, driver's license, registration, and insurance. What? And by the way, make sure you have, listen to me, listen, Uncle Lenny, listen to me. Make sure you have where you can get it right away. Don't have it. It's on my phone. Don't do it like this. No, I'm not saying you're gassed. Please. I'm not saying you're gassed. I'm not. Don't drink and drive. But the more you have to do, the more gassed you look. Just a minute. Hang on a minute. Where in the hell is there? Is there any Wi-Fi here? Hang on. I got the Geico app here. Oh, there you are. I got the guy. Can you hang on a minute? No. Have this little thing you have, and you pull it right away, and it's easily it's right there. Do yourself a favor. Make sure you grab it. License, registration, and proof of insurance right there in paper form. You don't want to be handing your phone to cops. I'm just saying. Listen to Uncle Lenny, please. So sorry for that. I don't know what happened. Whatever you do, make sure you also don't lie about your name. Don't lie about your name. Don't think you can. I don't have to tell you anything. And don't do that sovereign citizen business. That stuff never works. In the old days, you didn't have to tell. You can actually be taken. Okay, fine. If you want to lie about who you are, or don't provide your name, we can take you. And it's not that you're arrested for not speaking, but we will hold you until we figure out who you are. That's another thing too. Do not do this. I cannot tell you the number of people, and you can see it. You can see all these people. They don't roll their windows down. They're just jerks. I don't have to talk, or they're on their phone. I want to talk to my mother. I'm going to talk to my mother. Can you call my mother? I can't believe how many people have to call. They're 30. Call my mother. Can I call my grandpa? No, you can't call. Can I call my Uncle Gene? My Aunt Jean? I called her Uncle Gene. Well, she's been dead for years, but can I call her? Why do people do this? I have no earthly idea. Be nice. Be nice. Okay. By the way, Fanny does not have a mugshot. People say, I want to see Fanny's mugshot. You apparently don't understand the problem, Doug, or J-Dog. Fanny is not, unless you just want to see her mugshot of something she might be accused of in the future, like perjury or something. Okay. But it's Kinaya, the daughter. That's the one. And I had, let me see here. Let me see. Did I have this one here? I think, here we go. This is the one I had.
Basically, Travis, I the tag. Have a nice day, but
I think we can see some.
In this case, she was. So
this are the keys to the car here?
Yes.
Yeah,
everything's here. Yeah, everything's in there.
She has 3 numbers, I believe. She gave your number, a JC, and a third name I didn't hear. She's allowed to get 3 phone calls when she gets in there.
Yeah, once they get the process done, she can make a couple phone calls and call you guys and say, okay, I'm ready, this is how much it is, whatever. I want to say off the top of my head, I think driving on suspended license is about $1,200. Yeah. Somewhere right in that area. Every municipality's different.
She's worth $8 million. Okay. How? I have no idea.
You know, give or take a little bit, but somewhere around there. So,
all right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
That's very good. See, she was very, 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 very nice. Very, very nice. Now, did you see this one? This picture, was this the one I saw? Was this it? I don't know if it's this one or was this. Oh no, this is a great one. This is the latest one of Kamala. I'm sorry because when the screen just cleared and I lost all my things, my cuts. Here she is talking in earnest to some. She just will not take any calls or any questions from anyone. What? She normally has her phone with her head.
How's debate prep? Madam Vice President, how is debate prep going?
Don't salute. The fact of her saluting, you have no idea how that makes me feel. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. How in the hell are you saluting? You only salute when you are in uniform. Even Dwight Eisenhower never saluted, never returned a salute. Reagan started that. That drives me nuts. Now, what else do I've got? I've got something here. Let's see. Is this the one? I think this is it. Yep, this is it. What the hell is this?
Folks.
What is this? What's this little table? Is this a joke? What was this today? What the hell is this? Did you see this? Why am I talking like this? I have no idea. This bothered me more than anything else.
All right, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh my God. What planet are we living in? Where are we going? This was just, this is insanity. Insanity. I don't even know. Well, you know what's happening. I mean, obviously, you're not a dumb person. You know what the hell is going on. This country is going straight to the, you know what? Straight into the toilet. Straight into the toilet. Ladies and gentlemen, you see right now, Kamala, many people have believed, is some kind of, or some form of a radical. Remember the other day, she proudly says, I'm a woke radical. I'm woke. Proudly, I'm woke. I remember she was laughing about it. And for now, what, 3 years? Let me warn you before I forget, dear friends. Before I forget, let me just tell you right now. Let me just warn you, use people. Let me remind you, 62 days until the election. 62 days until the election. 62 days. If you're not freaked out, you're not paying attention. That's all I'm going to say to you. That's all I'm going to say to you. Okay? So she is currently the radical incumbent vice president. She has no idea what's going on. And for over 3 years, she has been theoretically second in command at a part, the moiety, the distaff moiety of this horrible duo. And this man has been one of the most incomprehensibly, unprecedentedly, unimaginably, unlikable, unfavorable, this jadrule president. She has been the part of it. And that's why she is completely kept away from him. And she is not so much a lefty, a radical, as somebody who will take on any particular shape or guise or imagine anything at all to perpetuate the notion that she knows what she's talking about. You do know that, of course you do. Now, let me tell you what she's doing. This is very, very important. They're right now doing a number of things. First of all, they're trying to remake her. You see where Liz Cheney and Doris Harris? I mean, this is a joke. Come on. Lynn Cheney, rather. Or Liz, as I call her. They're trying to refurbish her as this happy face. A woman filled with joy, happiness, exuberance, this effusive, cool cat, mamala. Mamala, this mamala thing. She basically, by virtue of this, she doesn't need worldviews and position papers and statements. And she's just happy. She brings the vibe. We used to wash collard greens inside the bathtub. Did you know that? We sure enough did. Then we were one morning, my aunt, did you want some old bacon? They said, it's a phone. I said, well, let me see who it be. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Joe. It's Joe Biden, Mr. President. What's happening, baby? What? You want me to be what? Well, if that's what you want. How are you doing, though? How are you doing? You be fine. She stopped that, by the way. They stopped that. And you see, the best is Karine Jean-Pierre when Peter Doocy says, "What's with the the accent. What? What are you talking about? I don't know. What are you? Corinne, you're not reading the papers or reading the papers. You're not listening to what people are saying. I don't know what. And Doocy says, does she talk like that with you? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Into the upper decker, ladies and gentlemen. I'm digging that. I'm digging it. What do these mean? I have no idea. But I love the exuberance and the joy with which you provide these. So then right now she is basically, they're ignoring everything she's ever done ever in her life. She's basically redoing everything. Right now in the remaining portion of what she's doing right now, she is just, I mean, I'm supposedly the last one out of the room, but not really. And then she portrays herself and reinvents herself as some kind of a weird moderate. She's basically taking everything that Trump has done, and she's making it her own. It's the most incredible thing in the world. Whatever it is, she's a Russian hawk, she's a China hawk, she's a this hawk, she's defense, Israel this, whatever he says, she says. Oh, you want to tax on tips? I say tax on tips. Oh, you want to do that? Oh, well, I'll do that. Except unearned income and capital gains. We'll talk about that later. Then they realize, they say, wait a minute. They're telling her, Kamala, you are not going to do one unscripted, impromptu, off the cuff, extemporaneous anything without a teleprompter that we provide. And even that, remember when she couldn't read, she said price gauging. She read gouging and she saw the word. She didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. Price gouging. That person, I think, was fired. She must not offer anything of any substance for the next 63 days. Nothing. She says nothing. She just, hey, they are dreading 6 days from tonight. 6 days. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 days. Trump is going to annihilate her. Then she's not going to mention Joe at all. Nothing. No pictures of him. No photos of him. No reference of him. No nothing. She's not going to be at the White House. She's not going to be doing any of this. Nothing. Then she's going to call Donald Trump every name in the book. He's a convicted felon. He's a fascist. He's a dictator. He's an insurrectionist, a rebellionist. He's a seditious. January, you name it. Then she's going to talk about abortion, or she's going to call it reproductive rights, not really abortion. And what's going to happen is that you're not going to see Joe at all. They're going to basement him like they did before. Like the one put the lotion in the basket. I mean, he's going to be in the basement. He's going to be just watching, sitting on the beach, doing nothing. Absolutely doing nothing. She's going to be talking about race and gender. Oh, and her background. She's going to be talking about her background. Oh, my God. Do you understand this incredible story, this shape-shifting story, where she came from? Oh, my God. Crypto says, you said into the crapper. I say the tank is upper decker. There you go. Thank you so much for that. Soul 76 says, by the way, regarding polls, Harris is running 5 to 7 points behind where Hillary Clinton 2016 and Pops 2020 were at this time. That's a problem for Kamala because they were close elections. We will see about that, my friend. Thank you for that. I'm not paying attention to any of these things at all for the time being. I'm not even worried about that. I'm not, dear friends. I'm going to stop one moment here. Tell you what I am worried about. I'm worried about your comfort. I'm worried about whether you're luxuriating enough, and I'm worried about whether you have taken it upon yourself to contact my good friend Mike Lindell at mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, mypillow.com/Solidus or Virgule Lionel, for the love of God. Sign up right now and get a free gift. Free gift. Tautological, perhaps, but nonetheless true. MyPillow.com. I love that man. I love that man. And he loves you. He's American as not only apple pie, but as everything Apple related. Preparewithlionel.com and MyPillow.com. Promo code Lionel. That's it. Do you think, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to work? Do you think this is going to work? Do you think that she is going to be able to pull this off? Do you think that somebody is going to say, hey, I like what she has to say. I like her message. I like her message of truth. I like her message of hope. I like her. Do you think this works? Do you believe this? She does, because that's all they've got. And Tim Walz, what a disaster this guy is. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He might be absolutely, positively, without a doubt, one of the worst pathological liars that we have ever seen in recent history. I'm dead serious. I am not. I mean, what his former National Guard's followers are saying is mind-blowing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I seriously, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. It blows my mind. I mean, this isn't just a little bit of a fib. And you keep asking yourself, how did this happen? How did this happen? How? I don't know. Now, remember, I'm going to say something right now. And I'm going to say something to you. And I want you to tell everybody that you know this. And I want everybody from sea to shining sea. This is all great. This is wonderful. Thank you for the polls. Thank you for this. Thank you for pictures of her with the headphones. That's terrific. That's great. Wow. Isn't that terrific? The bottom line is simply this. Unless and until somebody can secure these votes, unless and until somebody can tell me that the mail-in, the absentee, and the write-in ballots are secured in the 7 states and the 15 counties that we're talking about. If somebody like Lara Trump, did she do another song or something? I don't know if she's doing a song, but if Lara Trump can somehow ensure that this has been done, I'll feel a little bit better. Because you know what I know. Now, also today we mentioned Lex Friedman. I did 2 drops this evening tonight. One, and I hope you see this. I did 1 drop, which I think was most important. It's a very, very important, very, very critical subject matter. And it is called, let me explain the absolute genius of President Trump appearing on Lex Friedman's podcast. Did you see this? I hope you listen very carefully. Here it is right now. Here is the link right now. Watch it and listen to it. It is sheer and utter genius. I did a second one. And the second one also. You must see these both in tandem. You must understand how these things work. Because the other story, which is very critical, is simply this. And that is this story. Here's why Joe Rogan must never and will never interview President Trump for his own good. They might say to yourself, why is that? Oh, the differences are immense, huge, beyond. I would tell Joe, do not get near this. You almost were taken out when they came after you with that COVID business, and you didn't even say anything. You didn't even talk about anything. They said that you were using horse dewormer. Yeah, you know that story. But they didn't like the way you were getting too big for your britches. And the best part, the funniest part, was when Neil Young said, I'm going to pull out. Oh, my God. I'm going to pull out my catalog. Oh, my God. His catalog. Oh, imagine. Oh, Lordy, what are we going to do? The catalog. Oh, please. Please, Neil, for the love of God. Stop it. Stop it. That's when Joe also had to apologize. And that was kind of a little cringeworthy because you learned a lesson, didn't you? Yeah. And Joe said, I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. Nothing is worth this. Screw this. I'm going to go back and talk to Joey Diaz, or we'll talk about licking frogs and getting high on hallucinogens, and maybe talk about the pyramids, and I have somebody on it, and maybe I'll talk tangentially about politics, but I am never going near this again. And I think the word came out. If you even remotely appear to be promoting Donald Trump, we promise you, because we're in charge of everything. We're worldwide. We're the shadow government. We're in charge of everything. Rogan, we will destroy you. We will crush you. Now, Lex Friedman, different story. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I, honest to God, don't know what the difference is. Lex Friedman may have even more people. I don't know. But he is just not considered as dangerous. That you don't hear a lot of people, like a lot of people listen to Joe Rogan by virtue of his diversity and because of the multiplicity of stories and subject matter and because of the range of topics that he talks about. So he's far more of a double, triple, and quadruple threat than Lex Friedman is. But Lex Friedman is huge, huge. And let me tell you something. Trump was absolutely brilliant with him. Crypto Domini says an upper decker is when... okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Is when SM1. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the clarification. Got to watch those algorithms, kid. You know how they get. You sure do. Now, in the meantime, what do we do? What are we looking for? We sit through today's kind of uneventful day. It's kind of whatever it is. I mentioned to you in passing. It was I saw just a second because it was on my rotation. Candace Owens and Shmuley Botiak. Oh dear God, Piers Morgan. Have you no decency at long last, sir? George Len says Rogan will resonate more with the average man. I think so. And this is not his thing. Again, I would tell him, as a friend, I would say, this isn't your thing. Pick the hill you want to die on. You're going to lose. If you come out, put it this way, if you want the average man wants Trump. The average man would love him. I was talking to a bunch of people today in the, dare I say, a particular financial sector. They're all for Trump. Everybody's for Trump. Seriously. Nobody's for Kurt. No, anybody who says they're for Kamala is really against Trump. So if Joe were to do this, if Joe were to sit there and side against Trump, he just basically lost all of his core. They love Trump. They love him. If he says something for Trump, he loses God knows what. The very powerful people who control things that he has no idea of. Warren Ocasio says, if the most entertaining outcome is the most likely outcome, we don't know who the nominee will be against Trump in November. It could happen. If the most entertaining outcome is the most likely, we don't know who the nominee will be against Trump in November. It could happen. I do not think for a moment, Warren, that anybody will be the nominee, save Ms. Harris. I do not believe so. For the life of me, I thank our lucky stars that the enemy is so stupid as to pick this woman. I just do not understand it. I do not understand anything. Did you see where Goldman Sachs today basically came out and endorsed her? This is how corrupt this is. Goldman Sachs actually doing this. This is, if you need any information, anything to indicate how this is just a joke. So we can talk about this all day long. Who's right and who's wrong, who's better, who's smarter. Yeah. I want to see who counts the ballots. There's a phrase that is attributed to Mr. Stalin. And I don't know if he actually said it, but it's always attributed to him. And he says something about, you worried about the politics, I'll worry about who counts the votes. And that's interesting. Very, very interesting. But my friends, please be strong, be well, be great, be glorious, be happy. We're going to get to the step by step by step. And if the election is held without any shenanigans, and I think you know what I'm talking about, Trump wins. Absolutely. 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 It's the other stuff I'm worried about. The stuff that nobody wants to talk about. The stuff that everybody's afraid to talk about. The stuff that people are saying, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist. I'm not. I'm a conspiracy analyst, as a great Gorvidal said. My dear friends, I want to thank you. Thank you so much. To you, dear friends, for you who have been here, Warren Acasio, George Lenz, Crypto Domini, Soul76, Can. Thank you so much, Kevin, Dr. Dreamkiller, Philip Cervone. Thank you. Thank you also for tuning in to Mrs. L today. She did a live broadcast, and it was a beaut. Thank you for being a part of that. By the way, make sure you subscribe to Lynn's Warriors. Do what I say. Do what I say immediately. Remember, we're going to go through this. We're going to take this slowly. We're going to get this thing done. Don't lose your mind. Know what to ignore and what to pay attention to. All right? Okay. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m., my friends. Have a great and a glorious day. Don't forget, I got a Fannie Willis video dropping later. Okay? You're going to love this one. My review of all that's going on. And until then, my friends, remember these words. These words are all that you need to get through your day. Remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dead.